Hey y'all, Jeannie Beans here, and today we're back on the channel and I'm back from vacation and super excited to introduce to you guys my newest challenge. It's from SimGrids. It's called the Shape Shifter Challenge and it looks really fun. So let's go ahead and jump into the overview. A long time ago, longer than you can even remember, you were abducted by the aliens of Sixum, a planet still unknown by your species, and its organization, the SSO, or the Sixum Secret Operations. This malicious group's aim is to dominate the entire Sim world and all of the Sims that live in it. But to do that, they need your help, or better said, your appearance. After being involuntarily induced into a coma for 200 years, you wake up in a strange house, alone and far from everything and everyone you once knew. Next to you, there's a letter written by Gwog Tzoga. In it, he explains that you have become a spy for the SSO and commands you to fulfill a mission which, in case of proving unsuccessful, could destroy you. Furthermore, you realize that not only have you woken up with a horrible headache, but also you have the power to change your appearance at will. This is the tool that you will use to fulfill your missions, going through each and every Sim world, obeying Gwog's and the SSO's orders. Or maybe, one day, you will get your freedom back. So, Gwog's letter read, Dear Shapeshifter, we hope you have had a good 200-year sleep. Your time has finally come to pay your debt. We have given you the power to transform into different Sims, and you have unwillingly become a spy for our organization. Below, there is a list of your missions. Fail, and the consequences will be severely paid by you and your future loved ones. Yes, you will fall in love and have a family at one point. Don't get too attached and get on with your work. The sooner you finish, the more rewarded you will be. Once you have completed all of your missions, you will be granted complete freedom and a pass to stay indefinitely in our planet Sixum. Looking forward to our reunion. Gwog, Coordinator of Missions at Sixum Secret Organization. So, the guy who came up with this challenge, SimGrids, is really, really creative, and I saw this posted on Sims Community on their Twitter, and I was just like really looking forward to trying something different and new and challenging. I don't have a lot of good views on my Not So Berry challenge or my 100 baby challenge. So I thought maybe if I did something a little different than what everybody else is doing, you guys would enjoy that a little bit more. So we'll be a little more unique. So this is like a 7-generation, if you will, challenge. The first generation or first mission is Willow Creek. And it starts with the description of the shapeshifter. You saw me create him at the beginning of the video. His name is Damon Wicked. So here's his description of what he's supposed to be. Your last name is Wicked, Dr. Wicked to be precise. You're a young adult and you just finished your degree in medicine at Sim University. You've recently been hired by the hospital to start your new career as a doctor. You live in a comfortable 2-bedroom house in Potter's Splay. And that's what I'm building here is his house. I thought you guys might enjoy seeing that as a speed build for this introduction kind of video. I didn't do a speed build yesterday. I got delayed a little bit with a vacation, so that's why yesterday you got Not So Berry and today you're getting like a speed build / CAS. Plus, I do plan on seeing you guys again here in a little while for my live stream where I'll be playing this challenge, the first few minutes of this challenge. So I'm really excited for that coming up later at 1 p.m. today on Monday, June 19th. So anyways, you start with $20,000 after you've built and bought the house or whatever. So I took that as meaning that I could build the house however I wanted and then to cheat myself to $20,000. And that's what I did after I completed the house. Gave myself $20,000. So your traits and aspirations must be what they're written as in the rules. This first generation is your aspiration has to be freelance botanist, and your traits are genius, perfectionist, and loner. So we have all of those set up for Damon Wicked in my game. So the mission is you have to master the doctor career, master the herbalism skill, assist in 3 births at the hospital, and then you have to kidnap one of those babies that you brought into the world once they're in the child stage. But I'm assuming this was written before there were toddlers. I'm pretty sure you can add toddlers to your family. I'm assuming that's the way you would do it, is to use cheats to add the toddlers to your game. So that's what I'm going to do. Once you have completed your mission, as in you've mastered your career, you've mastered the skill, you've had the 3 births, and you've kidnapped the baby, you can leave an alien in your home with the baby in charge of the child, it says, and then you go on to your next mission, which means you take your sim, move them out of the household, and you go to CAS and redo the whole, shapeshift them into their new identity. So, I mean, for me, this sounds really fun because it's not like the same sims for the whole challenge. It's like different challenges, different sims, different appearance. There's going to be CASs and builds and just all kinds of really fun stuff that's included in this game, in this challenge. So I'm really excited to do it. Like, I haven't ever done anything that was so convoluted. So I'm glad that I've got I've reblogged the rules on my Tumblr if you're interested in joining and doing this challenge. You can also probably find them and more information on Sim Communities page, because that's where I found this. And the guy who created it has a Tumblr, or girl, I don't know who created it. Maybe it's a girl. There's a picture of a little toddler on their page. I don't know. SimGrids, SIMGRIDZ, all lowercase, is their name on Tumblr. So, yeah, and it's in a bunch of different languages, so lots of people could probably try it. But I'm super, super excited. I've got it all, ready to go. I stayed up till I spent a few hours on this last night, probably 5 or 6 hours. No, not that long. Let's see. I started at 12 and stopped at 5. So yeah, just 5 hours making the guy, doing his house. I started and stopped doing stuff a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't cut it all out. I was just so excited to get this video done and out to you guys so that I could start playing with this sim Damon Wicked during my live stream so that I can just go ahead and jump into the game. I'm probably not going to play this one the way that I've played previous challenges. I will probably do it'll probably be uploaded once a month maybe, with just highlights from from the play that I've had. You know, I will record on my play, but then just like splice it together to make, you know, like a highlights reel, and then voice it over and that kind of thing. But yeah, I could have done a lot of editing to this, and I'm sorry. It's hard to edit speed builds because once you speed them up, it's hard to like stop and start them again. So that's why I don't edit my speed builds as much as I should. I apologize again. I did keep the video, I think, under 20 minutes, so hopefully it won't take up too much of your time. And yeah, so I guess now that I'm done talking about the challenge, maybe we could talk about the house. It was supposed to be a comfortable 2-bedroom on, you know, Potter's Splay. So I moved in there and just started building. I didn't have anything in mind really, other than I wanted to try to match some of the neighboring households so that it looks, you know, like it fits in the neighborhood. And I think that it does. You can download the home on the gallery if you would like. My origin ID is jeanniebeans11. And it's hashtag jeanniebeans if you want to find it that way. You do need to have your custom content clicker checked from advanced settings. And speaking of custom content, I just wanted to give a shout out to the maker of a lot of the new custom content that I'm using in this build. I think his name is Bakers or something similar. I will link him and down below, because all of the stuff that I used from him is awesome and I want to share it with everyone. I've subscribed to him on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel where he explains even tutorials on how to make things, as well as videos that show you how to best use things. He has like effects. He shows you how to use that effect maker, and I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to eventually try that out. I got the water color from him for there. It's like a mirrored, there's a mirrored one and one that is not transparent, which is kind of nice. Also, the lily pads are recolored and animated with the fish jumping out. The little light waterfall, which you can't really see because it's like really far down the wall, but I like the sound that it makes, is why it's there. And then also the rocks that are around there, he unlocked them and they're really cool. You can move them up and down and it basically makes this like rock wall. So it can be used in so many different ways. Also, the screenshot and the video that I used during the introduction is a sparkly, twinkly, glow-in-the-darky star wallpaper, actually, that he made for The Sims. It is amazing. I love it. I love it. So I just videotaped myself just with that in game, and then use that to do voiceover, and I love it. It turned out so well. I definitely think you guys should check it out if you're interested in animated backgrounds or walls, papers. It's awesome. He also has one like with sharks on it, and it's just, he's an amazing creator, and I definitely think you guys should check him out, or her. I don't know. It sounds like a guy in the video, so I'm guessing it's a him. But I don't want to make any, assumptions for anybody. Yeah, so that is that. Yeah, the custom content. That, and I redid the kitchen a bunch of times. I started out thinking, oh, I want to do like a white Stark kitchen because he's a doctor, and that makes sense. But then I was like, no, this is supposed to be a comfortable home. So I did it with more. When I finally finished, I used Peacekeeper's cabinets. Love his stuff too. Check him out. I will link him as well for you guys. He has such amazing things. I used a lot of his stuff too. Anyways, so then I made the kitchen a little bigger because I have a tendency to build my houses too small if I'm not building from like inspiration of a floor plan. If I'm just building like how I want it to look, I don't think about like the space that's needed for different things for The Sims because of the way that the mechanics work and the routing works. So anyway, so finally went with this more like it's a little bit warmer, but it is also very neutral. So it's like a warm neutral that I went with for him. I love this huge like butcher block dining bar that I put in for him. I feel like that's really masculine. It's very like, you know, manly. He has a big TV and a PlayStation and all that stuff. And I used a lot of like really fun colors to kind of pop out and give some color to the warm neutrals that I used. And there's some cool sorry guys, I'm getting all tongue-tied. There's some good screenshots at the very end if you want to. It's not very far from now. It's a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, about 19 minutes in, I guess, is the screenshots, and then that's the end. So I hope that you guys enjoy the build. I hope that you will join me for my live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I hope that you guys will keep on checking back to the channel for updates for this challenge. Until then, guys, bye.